Northwest Trek was, of course, started by Dr. David and Mrs. Connie Hellier, who we warmingly still refer to as Doc and Connie. They actually came to this part of the country when the Northwest was considered a pretty remote area, hadn't been developed that much. This was in the early 30s, and Doc and Connie were young people at that time, and they looked the area over and they found 100 acres that had been logged probably about 13 years before that. Doc had realized over the years that the particular geographic features of the area of Northwest Trek was ideal for habitat for all the native animals, many of the native animals of North America. And he enjoyed so much seeing animals in this area that he wanted other people, families and young kids in particular, to enjoy it as well. And that's how they really started Northwest Trek.
Northwest Trek has an average annual attendance of around 180,000 visitors. Nearly 30% of them are children. That's about 54,000 children at Northwest Trek. Trek is looking to expand our learning opportunities towards our younger visitors through the creation of a nature-themed play area called Kids Trek.
Kids Trek is going to be a really unique nature-themed play area, 1/2 acre. It starts with a large cross-log entryway, very dynamic, and of course because it is a forest-themed play area, the main gathering area will resemble a tree ring.
I think Kids Trek is especially important to the mission of Northwest Trek because we're in the business, or we have the role of helping out endangered species, which we've done in the past with species like the pygmy rabbit and the Oregon spotted frog. Well, there's another species out there that needs some help, and that's a child in nature is something that is becoming more and more rare, and Kids Trek, I think, will lessen that endangerment or provide a link for kids who visit Trek to get to explore nature in new and fun ways in a safe fashion that will hopefully lead them to a further interest in nature and the animals around us.
I'm excited about Kids Trek coming to our facility because it gives us an opportunity to engage our visitors, especially our younger visitors, in a nature-based playground and allow us to connect learning about animals and learning about nature with the oh so important aspect of play. Many of today's children are spending a majority of their time indoors, and right now they're truly facing a crisis. Only 21% of today's kids play outdoors regularly. That's compared to 71% of their parents at childhood. So why should we care about nature-based play? Here are some sobering statistics. On average, children spend more than 50 hours a week using some form of entertainment media. Childhood obesity has more than doubled in children and tripled in adolescents just in the past 30 years. Preschoolers are now the fastest growing market for antidepressants. And experts from a variety of fields have confirmed that direct exposure to nature is essential for both physical and emotional health.
Being outside gives you a better perspective on what goes on in the world outside of being into TV and games, but allows you to see some of the things in nature you normally don't see if you venture out enough.
Our current education programs and exhibits combined with the new Kids Trek Play area will really create a diverse and well-rounded educational opportunity for our young visitors to learn, play, and grow.
The whole place is perimeter fenced so that when parents bring their kids in, they don't have to worry about them going someplace else. There's only one way in and out, that's through the log structure. The first area that they'll see when they come inside is the toddler zone, which will have all kinds of fun activities for those that are 2 to 5 years old. Once they leave the toddler zone, there's a nice elevated pathway that takes you 8 feet high in elevation, and it is ADA accessible, so it'll be very easy to work your way up. And as you're getting up to the higher elevations, there'll be various activities along the way that you can participate in.
Perhaps one of the most outstanding features is going to be this large tree trunk feature in the middle of Kids Trek that has a climbing structure in it that you can reach from a path that leads you up behind the climbing wall. Overall, I think Kids Trek is going to turn out to be a very, very popular feature here at Northwest Trek, and I suspect that once people visit, they're going to want to come back and do it again.